Boom. So the first thing that we're going to go over this morning is something to do with Kick. Let's go take a look. The first thing with Kick this morning is going to be the creator incentive program. Kick streamer Luminestra, as well as just got into the creator incentive program, posted a tweet that ended up catching my eye because this is something I said very early on in the program as well, but nothing was really done about it. Luminestra tweeted out to say, everyone in the KCIP, please learn from me. Do not stop the KCIP midway through your stream or you'll cancel for the entire thing. Cool. So with subathons, I have no idea what they expect from us, and I'll break this down. Since we cannot have KCIP on while sleeping, but if we turn it off, it cancels the entire stream. Second, you cannot turn the KCIP back on once you've turned it off. I turned it off for 30 minutes to test YouTube vertical, was planning to turn it back on once I stopped the test and moved on to customs. Lost out on 5 hours of super active and massive 100 plus viewer hosts today. Cool. At Santa Maria, at Polykick, perhaps this is something that can be adjusted for streamers, as I'm thinking for subathons, this can become tricky, as you don't want to stop your stream and lose your supporters, lurkers. This was something that this is something that I mentioned before. This is something that I mentioned before. Apparently, this person here got removed from the KCIP because he fell asleep on stream on 2 different streams. Interesting. So the way that the creator incentive program works is pretty simple. Okay. When you go live, you can turn on the setting that is for KCIP. What that means is that that stream will be eligible for earning through the creator incentive program. Okay. You can earn money on it. However, if throughout the stream you shut that setting off, okay, if I go to edit stream info right now and I shut it off because I want to test something that I shouldn't get paid for because I'm being honest about testing it, then the entire VOD, everything that I live streamed before, I don't earn from. You lose out on all the money from it, okay? On top of that, you can't turn it back on. In order to turn it back on, you have to shut your stream off, okay? Now, this is something I mentioned very early on, that this was a terrible quality of life thing. I mean, it's terrible, okay? Awful. The fact that, and people are just like, oh, well, it's not a big deal, right? It's not a big deal. Just what Kick wants you to do is restart your stream. So, for example, if you are doing a subathon, what they want you to do is before you go to bed, they want you to restart your stream. They don't want you to they want you to restart the stream, okay? And when you wake up, you restart the stream again to re-enable your KCIP. That's how they want you to do it. Now, this affects mainly subathons, but even just for testing, the fact that she went to test YouTube vertical, which again you don't get paid for, the fact that she went to test this and you can turn it off willy-nilly and you don't get a warning or anything like that for trying to turn it off midstream is crazy, right? I think it's crazy. It's crazy. So she did that, and that means that the entire hours before, the entire thing's gone. And this is not the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time that this has happened at all. Other people have done this as well, and it is really bad, right? Wouldn't it be bad if you didn't have to leave the stream off for like 4 minutes before you can go live again? I think the fact that you have to restart your stream, period, I think is really bad, because you lose a lot of viewers, man. You lose a lot. I keep an eye on Twitch streamers who do subathons and stuff, and the subathons are literally live 24/7. The only time they ever restart the stream is after 48 hours, because it just can't go over 48-hour stream, right? And that's the only time you have to restart it, okay? But when they do their subathons, they keep it live 48 hours, and they restart once every 48 hours. Okay. With this program here, you're talking minimum, you have to restart your stream 4 times. And when you shut your stream off, you got to wait 2 minutes for your stream to fully shut off. Once it fully shuts off, turn it back on. You're going to you lose a lot of viewers. Okay. You lose a lot of viewers because of that. I mean, yeah, you just, you just lose a lot of viewers. So I I don't know, dude. It's really it's really bad. But there's a bunch of people that mention this, right? Even if you're doing subathon, you can reset VOD before going to sleep. Do just sleeping stream with no KCIP. When you wake up, reset VOD again and continue with KCIP on. Can't be so hard to figure out. This guy obviously is not thinking about anything. So you know what I mean? Like this it's the same as real job. When you finish, you clock out. Yeah, but this is I don't this is live streaming. You restart your stream for whatever reason, you even lag. If your stream even lags a little bit, people will leave. And that's bad for business. Okay. It is crazy, right? So like Luminestra responded saying this. Nah, so typically in a subathon you go until OBS stops you, that is very true of a subathon. Which I think is like 24 to 30 hours. You don't turn off the stream until you need to, because you lose the lurkers that came in to support you. Example, I had 68 people today and turned off my stream for 10 minutes to turn my KCIP back on. And when I came back, I had 45 people, because you lose some people. Yeah, you do lose some people for sure. You do definitely lose some people. Lurkers equal bots. This is that, bro. Oh my god, this account, man. This account. Um. Uh. I don't know. Yuppy lagging. I got to go. Yeah. It's. I don't know. I just. I don't. I think this is really bad. If you could just shut it off in the middle of your stream, and let's say this. Let's say I stream for 5 hours, okay? And then now I'm gonna go to sleep. All right. Before I go to sleep, boom, I turn KCIP off. I get paid for those 5 hours, right? I get paid for those 5 hours that I just streamed right there. Okay. Boom. I sleep, I wake up. When I wake up, I turn KCIP back on, and it starts tracking the moment I turn it back on. Okay. I like, I, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's I think it's just like really really bad when it comes to that stuff, man. I really do think it's bad when it comes to that stuff. Leave that up to people not to manipulate. Far-fetched. How are people going to manipulate this though? Right? How are you going to manipulate it? Manipulate it. This, if anything, helps people who want to be honest, right? Because if people are going to manipulate it, they're going to manipulate it in either way, right? They're going to manipulate it either way. They might try to get away with we've already seen it. People falling asleep or sleeping on stream, right, with their KCIP. People streaming on multi-streaming on platforms they're not supposed to on stream, right? But the people who want to try these things and mess with these different things, you're discouraged from even trying something different, right? Trying something different. Maybe at some point I'd like to do a subathon, but not with the way that this KCIP is. Nah, it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it. You're talking 48 hours, reset my stream 4 times in 48 hours. That I'm gonna lose so many people. Go tell Kai Sanat that when he did his 30-day subathon. You think that he would have done this? I highly doubt it. You know how many people would have left his stream? Not to mention, again, like Lou had mentioned, if you shut your stream off, your stream stays live for 2 minutes after you shut your stream off. It is impossible for you to go live again after that. Once your stream shuts off again, then you can go live. So your stream is sitting on a stream is offline screen for 2 minutes before you can even start your stream back up again. So it's not like you can just press stop streaming, start streaming, and keep your viewers. Nah, man, you gotta hope they stay there for 2 minutes for your stream to come back live. It is highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. It's like sit here, go watch a movie. Okay, go watch a movie. All right. And then all of a sudden it just wait a second. It pauses, or it doesn't. Well, I mean, I guess sort of it pauses, and then it comes back 2 minutes later. But guess what? You might have missed some content or something. I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Anyone can bot, but to decide which botter gets paid is crazy. They'll have to keep track of the paid incentive either way. It's kind of bad of idea of people paying paying people money when the crowd and audience can be fabricated. Of course, right? Of course. But this is what I'm saying is that I have no problem with being honest, right? I have no problem with being honest. If there's something that I technically shouldn't get paid for in the KCIP program, I will shut it off. But if that requires me to restart my stream, I'm just not going to do it. It discourages subathons. It causes so many other problems. The fact that it doesn't even warn you that it's going to do this is ridiculous, right? Because again, she was just trying to test YouTube vertical, which you don't get paid for. But she didn't know that she would lose all of the hours that she just streamed because it doesn't warn you or anything. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think it's better at the end of the day. How can you abuse something like that? Technically the way it is right now, you could abuse even more. In fact, I would almost argue that people would be more incentivized to abuse the system because they're like, oh, well, technically I'm not supposed to get paid for this, but if I try this, I have to shut off my stream to turn it off for 10 minutes to test and then turn it back on. Maybe I can get away with it. Maybe 10 minutes I can get away with it. In my opinion, it encourages people. It encourages more people to try something that they could get in trouble for, rather than just being honest, because it's such a pain in the balls, right? I just tell Eddie, pretty pleased with a cherry on top. Okay. Yuppy lurkers, you stay when Yuppy leaves. I leak his feed pics. Okay. Cool. Playing favorites in anything will ruin it eventually. That's why our government is failing now. Back in the day, movie theaters had intermissions so they could switch film reels when the movie was too long. Right. Yeah. Yeah, films back in the day had that. Yeah, of course. But you know, some of the people they left and went and got popcorn and stuff like that, right? But also a movie, technically, you're going to be involved with the storyline, and if the story's not finished, you're more incentivized to stay there, or at least come back to the movie after the reel was changed, But I don't know. I'm a boss's downfall. Let's be honest. They're botting because you get higher payouts. Who's botting? They do. 90% of streamers in Twitch and Kick bot. Oh, there's a lot of bots on Kick, right? At the end of the day, though, we have no idea like what the viewership is on Kick. Okay, at the end of the day, we don't have. Kick states that they know who's botting. If that is, have we really seen evidence of them doing anything about it? The only real evidence we've seen is maybe some shadow banning, maybe a rare ban here and there. Otherwise, it's like, oh, denied into the programs and stuff. We don't. At the end of the day, they say that they know. We have no idea. We have no clue. Obviously, we know some things that's fishy, right? 500, 600 viewers, and there's just nobody typing in chat. I know some people could argue, well, oh, that is possible. Yes, it's possible, but how likely is that, right? How likely is that, right? I don't know. There's people, listen, if people go through the effort of disliking a YouTube short or a TikTok for whatever reason, rather than just ignoring it, you better believe out of 500 people, there's going to be a few people that have something to say, There are those people who just literally can't go without saying any something. They have to say something about what they're watching. So to have 500 people all do the same thing and not talk at all, that's rare. Okay, that's rare. Let alone on Kick, it's like there's a lot of those. I don't know. It's we don't, as a viewer, as a user of Kick, we don't have the tools to look into it. We know Kick's history. They don't really want to add a viewer list. They seem very against adding a viewer list to the platform. Don't know why. I don't know why. That's crazy, right? Yeah, Kick can do something about the bots, but by looking at the analytics, there's an unofficial report that shows unique chatters. They decide who's botting on the platform's end rather than being totally honest overall. The thing is, the staff and others give these false hopes. Then people bot, and then privileged people bot, and then they get paid for it, but others get banned for it. It's non-existent. It's not me making these claims. I just witness all the stuff and repeat what I've seen here. I could care less if people want the truth or not. Nobody likes me because I'm honest. Nobody gonna say anything to my face, but I'd bet I'd speak on anything I mention in any chat. Here's the thing. Yuppy went and seen who's botting. Is Kick still in beta? Kick still's in beta, yes. Technically it's still in beta. Here's the thing, man. I seen some I seen some things of what is it? I don't know. I seen some tweets and stuff of people being like, "Yo, I watched this person who's in the creator incentive program, and they were saying some bad things about the platform, or they were acting ungrateful, and they should act grateful because they're in the program." Dude, if everybody who was in the creator incentive program sat here and said there's no issues with Kick, and if you think that there is, then you're the problem, we would have no progression anywheres. Okay, we would have no progression anywheres, no discussion, no nothing. It'd be insane. It'd be absolutely insane to think about, right? It'd be basically ignorant to ignore the facts, ignore the evidence, right? L yes man, yeah, not being allowed to dissident is an issue. Agreed. Yeah, dude, it's crazy to me, and people are like, I've seen these tweets, man, and I've read the comments, bro, and some of them, it was like, I can't believe people who complain about the what is it? Complain about the mouth that feeds them or something. I don't know. It was something along those lines. You get the idea. Basically, people complaining about something that uh pays you, essentially, right? I always complain about my job if it was legitimate. Yo, dude, I don't mind you chilling, but like, don't just don't spam my chat. Okay, I don't really care what the heck you're saying, like that doesn't bother me, but don't spam the chat. Grow up. Go watch Aiden Ross. They get angry when people mention things they take advantage of. Yeah, it's I don't know. Yuppie's the man of the people. Kick is in beta for the next 5 years. It'll probably be in beta for a while. Yellow Jacket, welcome back. Jerfris, welcome back as well. Good to see you again. Hello. I think it's important. I think it's very important to be able to talk about the opposite side of something, right? Aiden Ross retiring. I think it's important to talk about the other side of something. If everybody who's in the creator incentive program is just sitting here talking, like, yes, it's amazing. Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. The creator incentive program is fantastic, and I think it's a great idea. I don't think it should ever go away. But we have to at least talk about all the other sides and all the other aspects of the platform. Um, you know, it's as if think of this, right? Let's say that you're editing a video, all right? And you ask me for my opinion on the video, and you send me 100 videos, and I don't tell you I see a single issue with any of those 100 videos, you're not going to get better. You're not going to get better. But if I give you feedback on a bunch of those 100 videos that you asked me to give my opinion on, that can make you better, right? I don't know, it's crazy. All 100 if you can. Yeah, all 100. Because no matter what you make, it can never be perfect. It literally can never be perfect. There's always some way to improve it. But then again, not everybody can find all those ways. But anyways, the whole reason why I'm bringing this up, why I'm talking about this a little bit here, is just because I thought it was interesting. This goes back onto helping with the a bit of the lack of communication, right? I think this goes back onto a bit of the lack of communication here as well, because I tried to I posted about this before that, listen, if you shut your KCIP off midstream, you will lose everything. And you can't turn it back on. You have to restart your stream. So if you're not interested in doing that, then don't do that. If you are wanting to do a subathon, be prepared. Every time you go to sleep, you have to shut your stream off, right? Just keep in mind about that, right? Yes, this stuff is going to happen, but I think it's very important for anybody in the creator incentive program to understand this and know this. And I guarantee you there's a lot of people who are in the creator incentive program or who are brand new into the program that have no idea about this, right? YouTube vertical live streaming. They've never said anything. They Kick has wait a minute. Whoa, hang on. Kickcommunity.com. Hang on. Let's go check this out. Hang on. Okay, creator incentive program. Is there a date on this when this was last updated? No, they do not post an update on this when this was last updated. They still, when was this even released? There's seriously no date on this. When was this released, man? Anyways, when they release this, there is a thing. You cannot multi-stream to YouTube. You cannot multi-stream to Twitch, right? You can't. Okay, but they don't have that on here. You can multi-stream to TikTok and Instagram Live, and that's it. Nothing else. They don't have that on here. Why do people not have this information? Right? YouTube Shorts live streaming, that's another thing that, again, no, we're not allowed to do, but people don't know about it. Right? People don't know about it. I'm it's crazy. And I asked about this before about YouTube Shorts, and I was like, yo, are we gonna make this public? I think it's important for some people to kind of know. And the idea was that eventually they will come out with a public statement of like, okay, well, this is allowed, this isn't allowed. Where is it? Okay, having an update is better than no updates, because now it's just people get in the program. There's some rules that aren't stated specifically, right? That it's just there's I don't know. People are grinding for a program that there's a lot of information that they don't get until they're in the creator incentive program, or if they do a ton of in-depth, I mean crazy in-depth research themselves. Like if you want to know all the ins and out of the creator incentive program, like the rules and stuff before you even grind for it, you're gonna have to your best bet is to talk to someone who's in the program, right? That is your best bet. Now Kick doesn't really want that too much, because then if there's something that they don't like, then they might not grind for the program, which might, decrease viewers or whatever on the platform. It's I don't know. Yo, Green Kicks, welcome to the stream. Hi Yuppy, how are you? I'm doing good, man. We're chilling. We're getting a little heated here because I'm very passionate about Kick. Okay, listen, I might sound like I'm complaining about Kick, but I think Kick is really good. Okay, I think Kick has a ton of potential to become something great, right? I think it does. But obviously, I think I think it would be bad to not point out the bad sides of it. There's enough people that talk about all the good sides of Kick, but those good sides are very limited and repeated so much. Not a lot of people talk about the bad sides, the stuff that needs improving, needs more work, right? Yuppy, I need more cleavage from you for YouTube videos. My advice to you. Okay. You are saying good things and slightly bad things about KCIP. It's called being real. Kick literally advertises OnlyFans girls and recommended, and then wonder why people aren't watching stream games. They're leading people off the site. Kick's trying to recommend any female streamers who have streamed the hot tub stuff. I don't know. I mean, you could shut the hot tub category off. That would be Kick's argument. Average Shad, welcome back. I asked Andrew about this, and they said you can multi-stream. You just turn off your KCIP earnings for that stream. Yes, but you can multi-stream to certain platforms. The only platforms you can multi-stream and still earn from the creator incentive program are TikTok and Instagram Live. Those are the only two that you can multi-stream to and earn at the same time. Anything else that you multi-stream to, you have to shut your KCIP off. You have to shut your KCIP off before you do that, right? Are you in the program? Yeah, I've been in the program for a while now, for a long time. I asked Andrew. I already had this. You got to comb through it all, but they want to be selective. Business plan / Moto 0 info and failed. I agree. No one wants to talk about the program. It's a hush-hush subject now, so the site's going to die out. It's a PR move. They don't want to look like an anti-multi-streaming, but in reality, they are that. The thing is that I think they are. I don't think that they are anti-multi-streaming. I mean, it makes sense. From Kick's point of view, it makes sense to not pay people to stream on competitor websites, right? If you're multi-streaming to a competing website at the same time and earning from Kick is essentially paying you to live stream on that other platform. It's not really, yeah, they're paying XQC and a bunch of others. Yes, however, the XQC thing, he live streams on Twitch. The whole business model of Kick is like somebody like XQC, live stream on Twitch, grow on Twitch a little bit, steal some audience from Twitch. Then eventually when he goes to finish his live stream, he goes over to Kick, advertises his Kick account, and brings his viewers over to watch him on Kick. That's the idea. It's to steal viewers from Twitch. However, he is not live at the same time. The difference with multi-streaming and being able to do that kind of streaming is way different, right? The idea is to steal viewers from Twitch and bring them to Kick by having them start a stream on Twitch and then having them come over to Kick to end his stream, right? That's the idea behind it, right? Yeah, why only 2 platforms? So the idea behind Instagram Live, I have no idea. Okay, to be honest with you. The idea behind TikTok is that they want you to be able to farm audience from TikTok and bring them over to Kick, right? That's kind of what they want. I would be, if I had a stream key, I would be multi-streaming to TikTok as well. For some people, it's actually worked very, very well. For some people, it's worked fantastic. But that's the idea, is again stealing audience from TikTok to try to get them to come to Kick. And I've seen it work very well for some people. I've seen it not work so well for some people. So I don't know. It's kind of 50-50. The staff Twitch found were held responsible for the downfall of Twitch, and then Kick hired them. WTF is that? Yeah, I don't know. They're paying SQC though and a bunch of others. It artificially props them up elsewhere. Is it worth it? How do you get paid? What's the secret? There's not really a crazy secret. I have no idea how much any of my live streams are gonna earn. However, you do get paid per stream, right? So throughout your live stream, you will get paid a certain amount throughout your live stream, right? Based on chat activity, viewer count, all that stuff kind of depends and changes how much money you earn for that live stream, because it's technically not an hourly rate. But yeah, the competitors have incentive program in certain countries that would be comparable to KCIP. Seals, now they come when he's here and they go when he's not, or go to Aiden Ross. Yeah, I don't know. The trickle down of like when XQC shuts off his stream, the trickle down of viewers isn't a lot. Maybe a tiny bit, but not a ton. I don't know. He has 2 times or more less viewers on Kick. On Kick, though, he typically averages like 20 to 30K. On Twitch, it's the same thing. For me, anyways. I think Twitch's viewer count's slightly higher, but from what I've seen, it's relatively pretty close to his Twitch viewer count. But then again, what viewer count is correct? If any of those viewer counts are correct at all, right? Who knows? Streaming is an MMO, gotta farm to get leveled. Yeah, you gotta farm to get leveled, and you gotta put in a lot of effort to farming. With an MMO, you can spend a lot of time in it and get better. This here, not only you need a lot of time, you need a lot of effort to really grow. Someone said they get paid $1 per chatter. That's a lie. I don't know. Whoever said that's lying. If any, it would only be XQC that doesn't bot. You think XQC is the only one who doesn't bot? Say, I have no idea. I have no idea. At the end of the day, we don't have any statistics to really look into this ourselves. The only thing that we can do is speculate, which speculate on limited information, and that's obviously not accurate from our point. But at the end of the day, most of the things, the general rule of online is whatever anybody says is true until proven wrong. Okay? That's basically where we are online right now. You could say whatever the heck you want to say, and it will be right until it's proven wrong. Every time. That's kind of the way social media works at the moment. But anyways,